you know a character is good when I use them for like a few minutes, maybe an hour or two, and then I just want to slot them in each and every one of my team. Same as I did with Luocha, and same as I do with Bronya. Now, I did get Bronya for my 300 pull banner, and you might be asking the question, okay, should you pull for Bronya or should you pull for a Gepard? And if you have the damage, you probably should go Gepard. But if you want a character that will probably last like an incredibly long time, probably Bronya, because holy, Bronya breaks the rules of the game. That's like that I haven't seen with any other character other than Luocha, because well, I mean Luocha's already insane, but yeah. Now, Bronya's gimmick is to basically use her talent, target an ally, give them an extra turn, and give them damage bonus. Now, her monumental damage bonus is pretty good, but you would probably overlook that, and it's like, oh, an extra turn? That's pretty underwhelming. Until you realize that allowing an ally to make an extra turn, or an extra action, means that they can essentially have twice the amount of damage than they would usually have without Bronya. Well, even more because Bronya gives damage bonus, but that's besides the point. If you have a character that has an extra turn, they'll double their damage. If one character does 15,000 damage and you make them go again, they'll do 20,000 damage on that single. Sorry, 30,000 damage on that single turn. So yeah, I mean even more so if you have Bronya because yeah. Now the one thing I do really dislike with Bronya is that SP cost. And I really don't like her to be paired up with hunt characters like Sushang or Seele because, well, yeah, you heard before, SP consumption, and because those two characters are balanced around having extra turns. Sushang will use her ult and advance forward her action by 100%, so she'll immediately go next. And Seele, well, on kill, she'll get an extra turn and trigger resurgence, yada 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 per kill. The problem is they're really balanced around that, around making extra turns. So most of the time their damage is usually split by half, or their damage kit is not really fully utilized unless they get a kill or trigger their bonus turn, which is for Seele and Sushang. But because they're already characters who's making extra and extra turns, it puts them in a situation where your SP costs are outrageous. Like Bronya Seele with what's his name, Luocha and Pella consume so much SP. I just want to stop using that team because like it's so like painful to just constantly run out of SP when you're running like two characters that are what's it called, are super SP efficient. But because Seele and Sushang are balanced on taking extra turns, you're really increasing your SP cost like by an unbelievable amount. So it's why it's almost always better to have Bronya with destruction characters. Notice why I don't say erudition, because erudition is hot garbage. Like the best erudition character you could probably use Bronya on is probably Jingyuan, because you want more lightning lord stacks. It's not like you're even gonna get anything with Bronya if you use Bronya on what's her name, Qingchui. Yeah. But for characters that are extremely SP efficient, like the featured destruction characters, who won't really consume SP, but instead they will use their life points as cost, yo, nah. Oh, Bronya is an absolute game changer. And I've actually started almost feeling like Bronya is identical to what's her name, Yukong, except better and more consistent in every single way possible. With Yukong's main issue was you had to specifically line up so that your allies will receive the buff. But with Bronya, all you're really doing, the only speed modulation you're doing, is you're making sure Bronya goes after your main DPS. That way your main DPS has a turn, maybe set themselves up, and then have Bronya loop their turn again. They'll get damage bonus, they'll get another turn, more energy, and assuming you set up on their first turn, they'll have way more damage. And one thing I actually dislike with Bronya is that man, when set on her kind of sucks. Yeah, as I did mention, that you do have to do a little bit of speed modulating, just not that much. You just have to have enough, but to be slightly slower than your damage dealer. But yeah, when set, because advance forward is so potent, It does make Bronya go before your main damage dealer if you have them speed tied, which I don't like that. You're basically wasting a turn on your main damage dealer. Looking at Bronya's kit though, it's actually pretty good. It's very what's it called? It's very low investment friendly. So you don't really have. Looking at my my trace unlocks, you can see I barely have any. Well, the main issue is because I barely have any what's that called? I barely have any materials to actually max her traces out. But it's because I feel like she can still work even without it. Like, okay, you still want some crit damage, but like you're not really forced to. And maybe effect resistance will be nice, but all of these are all useful except wind damage. But the crit damage enhances her ultimate buff, and effect resistance, well, you always want effect resistance. It's never a bad thing to have. But if I were to tell you what to upgrade skill, ultimate, and or the final bonus ability, yeah, basically that. A lot of the time, you're never really gonna use her basic attack because why would you? Like, okay, maybe if you're trying to speed modulate, maybe a little bit, but other than that, just figure out like. Just get the stats to make her slightly slower than your main damage dealer, and that'll be good. Yeah. And yeah, I guess that's about it. Her talent isn't really that great because you're never using her basic attack. Basic attack's basically useless. Wow. Yeah. This is not really that great. Her second bonus ability because it's only 20% for like 2 turns. Like that's not really that useful. But the final bonus ability. The all damage increase, very useful. I mean, not useful, but it does. I mean, it's not like crazy, but it does benefit everyone. So, hey, are you really gonna complain about a free 10% more damage? No. The only pain point, though, I think, is that the fact that Bronya scales off a little bit of crit damage, which can kind of suck. But at that point, you don't really need to because, It's like I feel like it's more optional than anything. I'd rather say it's like better build like energy recharge, effect resistance, stuff like that. But then you'll mostly funnel all of your stuff into her skill. So yeah. Surprisingly, what's it called? Kid friendly. Oh yeah. If you do have unlock an Adolin, yeah, E1. I fully recommend E1, even though Pepe Whale. Actually maybe even E2. But like E2 can give you issues when you're trying to speed modulate, so and pick your poison. But E1 actually very useful. Man, the teams with Bronya is so creative. The team that I run is just Pella, Luocha, Bronya, and then your main damage dealer. Wow, Pella, AoE defense shred, SP generator. Wow, Luocha the healer, SP regenerator. Wow. I'm still thinking of other teams for Bronya, so but yeah, that's gonna be it for me. Yeah, I know. I haven't posted in a while because I'm running out of creative juices, and there's one video I want to make, but it's requiring me to make a script. Oh yeah, I just realized effect resistance body doesn't exist. Okay, to be honest, that was kind of my fault. I didn't read too much into the things. I just automatically assumed, hey, what's it called? Effect hit rate exists for the body. I'm just gonna assume that effect resistance exists, but no, I'm assuming. Okay, yeah, like Mahalia knows that's probably way too broken. Just because I know it's also broken, like, ugh, come on, man. But yeah, expect some filler videos, maybe. Maybe I'll have some filler videos until I can completely write out my script, because it is taking a while to create the. Yes, I still need to like formulate the script, and it's kind of rough because I need to write things down without going onto a tangent, because I wrote like half a page and I just realized, well, I mean, not even double spaced, like single spaced, and I just deleted half of it because it's all on a tangent. So yeah, at least maybe keep a heads up for it. It involves why I play meta and why you should play meta, and why it can kind of be beneficial. But yeah. Again, that's gonna be it for me. See y'all later. Bye.